how I won, how I failed, how you can do the same, even the learning, the road bumps and downfalls to my success. So how I won? Well, in about a year and a half, I've generated over $1 million in combined revenue. It's currently at about 1.3 million. I've become the #1 vendor on Warrior Plus. You can see the last year, #1, last 60 days, #1. I don't know who took me over for the last 30 days, but I'm coming for them. In the last 30 days, I've made over $100,000, and pretty much most of the time I'm just having fun, traveling around the world and having a good time. So how I failed, okay, and I'm not talking about stupid things I do when I'm drunk, which there'd be a long list of. I'm talking about a business failure. You can see right here, this is the worst launch that I ever did. Worst product launch, $18,000 in revenue. Now, I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, screw you, Brendan. $18,000 in revenue, and that's your worst one. Well, revenue does not equal profit, okay? Revenue is the gross amount of sales that were generated, but the profit, it can really vary depending on the person, but profit can be wildly smaller than what revenue is. So anytime someone brags about the revenue that they're doing all the time, just know that the profit could be far less than that revenue. Now, the real profit that is made from these launches is really after the launch. Nobody's telling you this, but that's the truth, okay? And I'll tell you about that later. So the last 30 days, I made over $100,000. Most of that profit came from after the launch. Okay, so this first launch, I didn't have a back-end promo. I didn't have a back-end at all, so it really didn't make me much profit. I'm going to talk about that launch later. But the important thing is that successful people learn, okay? Like Thomas Edison, who said, I have not failed. I just found 10,000 ways that do not work. It's a famous quote right there. He's the guy that invented the light bulb. And the second, we're going to have Abraham Lincoln, another very famous guy, who said, don't wait for perfection, do crap, and see what happens. Okay, I didn't actually say that, but it is good advice. So this was my first ever product launch. It was not polished. It was not professionally done. It was done a very sort of getaway on the beach in Thailand somewhere, and I just threw something out there. My first launch ever, which was very amateur, ended up generating over $80,000 in revenue. And because I promoted this mostly myself, that actually was mostly profit, okay? Now, these are actual 2 real screenshots from that sales video. So you can tell this was not a professionally done sales video or a professionally done launch for that matter, but it still worked anyways. So if you're going to get anything from this video, make sure it's to take action, because, you know, if you don't take action, you're not going to get any results. And sometimes, even if it's amateur, you'll surprise yourself with the results you'll get when you do take action. Now, you can easily be successful at product launching. And in my opinion, product launching is one of the easiest and fastest way to make tons of money online. But you do need to have your why, your breakout, and your execution, okay? Now, I call this, there was no good word acronym for this, so I just call it wine, beer, and electrolytes. And electrolytes because, you know, the hangover. That's what I have on a morning basis. Now, your why could be anything, okay? Could be providing for your family, could be more vacation time to travel, could be a fancy car. Abraham Lincoln says it doesn't matter. You know what? He probably did say that. Now, here's my story, guys, and I'm going to tell you this because, you know, I think it's important for everybody to know that you can go through hard times in your life, but it's about how you react and come back from those hard times. So I was a high school teacher. Sounds really cool, but I wasn't making that much money. I was making enough to get by. I was too young to realize the importance of making money in my bank account. And with my university debt piling up, I said, screw it. I'm going to go on a trip anyways. And my debt continued to grow. Okay, but I was in love at the time. And the girlfriend that I was with at the time, you know, I proposed to her a couple months later. She said yes. And it was the happiest that I've ever been in my entire life. Had nothing to do with business, had nothing to do with money. She thought I was going to be spending my life with my soulmate. Well, as what often happens in life, sometimes things work out, sometimes they don't. This particular girl ended up cheating on me. And if you take a look at the left side of your screen, that's me taking a picture trying to smile, which I just could not do at the time. Okay. At this point in my life, I was in debt. I was emotionally bankrupt. I needed my life to change, but I said, screw it. I'm going to go traveling anyways and figure this out on the fly. Okay. Now, a couple months later, I executed my first ever product launch, generated over $80,000 in revenue, and became the Brendan Mace that you're listening to on this call. Okay. Now, your why could be anything. You do need a why. It could be anything. Could be providing for your family, very noble reason. Could be more vacation time, or it could be like mine, which is more of a screw you to my ex-girlfriend at the time, and was a big driving motivator to my success. Now, if you remember this picture, this is where I literally could not smile. You know, after becoming successful in business and becoming this sort of version of Brendan Mace that you're listening to, I might now have much more self-confidence. Now, it didn't stop there. I actually went around traveling with my good friend on the left there. That was us in Thailand. And in Medellin, Colombia, I met my current girlfriend, the love of my life, Adriana, who's with me in Vegas right now. And she's now the love of my life. Now, I did develop a YouTube channel. I have over 50,000 subscribers right now. The last year and a half, I've done over $1 million in revenue. So you could say mission accomplished, sort of. Still lots to come, but definitely accomplished nonetheless. Now, your why could be anything. Your why is very important. I want you to think of one reason why you're doing this right now, okay? Now, comment below, and I won't share any names about what you share, about what your why is for doing this. And remember that the good responses are the ones that are going to qualify for winning $100 in cash. So think about this. I really want to share some of these because I know some of them are going to be very powerful, and give me your reasons why you're doing this. Okay. So Mark is in the house. He said, have enjoyed promoting your products and have been fun watching your growth on Warrior Plus. Thanks a lot for that feedback, Mark. Yoshi says, Zero Workdays is still a good product in my opinion. Awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to share any names for the why, like I said. I'm going to keep this anonymous, but we have a guy here who says to stop working and dealing with emotionally crazy people all day. I hear you there, man. I used to be a server, a bartender for many years, and that's the ultimate job for that kind of example too. I want to take care of my family, I see in here. Need to increase my income. I hear to help others, which is a very noble thing. And someone says I want to live before I die. Okay, someone says to try and better myself and get myself out of debt, which is hard to get and to carry on with my work. Right now is the time for me, so I don't have to spend 8 hours a day chained to a computer, someone says. I live and travel in my van, and I need a new van. That's a very cool goal. I love the travel ambition there. Someone says I've been downsized 3 times in my career. Okay, I hear need to get out of debt by being scammed over and over. That doesn't sound very good. I am moving out from a 10-year-long relationship with no money. Wow, that sucks. Help my grandson achieve his master's degree. He also has a pile of debt. Someone says your ex-girlfriend probably regrets cheating on you. That's probably true. 18-year-old going to college, take care of my family. So we got someone similar to my story, says to show my ex who stole my house in divorce settlement that I'll turn around and buy a better place. It's a good goal. Regain my self-respect as a dad and husband. Leave a legacy for my kids, including my autistic son as a single dad. If I do not succeed, I will be executed. Children in college, 130K plus, that's expensive. Travel a lot more, get out of debt, and so I can avoid homelessness. Wow, we have a ton of very powerful whys here today on this call, okay? Thank you so much for sharing those, guys. It's very important to always keep in mind what your why is. You know, I had mine kind of burned into my head for so long about after what happened to me, and it was a very powerful thing. It was a very powerful motivator, and it completely changed the course of my life. So make sure you definitely hold on to your why. This is very important for you, okay? Now, the good news is that anyone can do this, but you do need your why, your breakout, and your execution. Now, you're probably wondering, what does the breakout mean? Really good question. We're gonna have another famous person here, John Lennon, says I get by with a little help from my friends. And you can see here that over the last year and a half, I've generated $787,000 came from affiliates. Okay. Now, 80% of the money that I generate in revenue on my launches comes from affiliates. Now, in the Make Money Online space, we call this the circle jerk, but I didn't want to show you a picture of that, so I have the circle hand grab here, okay? Now, you can see here a recent promo that I did to a friend. And now, this isn't a spectacular promo. This is kind of actually a below average promo for me, but I just wanted to get something up here to show you. Now, if you were thinking that this friend promoted me first, right? That's what a lot of people would be thinking here. You're 100% correct, okay? So generally what happens in this space is people that promote you, you promote back, and people that you promote you back, okay? Now the hard way of making money with a product launch is promoting it all by yourself. The easy way is to get a bunch of people to support you and promote it for you. Now, if you take a look at my last product launch that I did, the clones, it's actually the second last product launch that I did. It generated actually over 100,000 now, but at the time, $90,000 in revenue. These are my friends or my affiliate buddies that actually promoted it for me. The number 2 there is King Human. He's a good friend of mine who lives in Vegas. And you can see all the money that is generated here by other people promoting my launch for me. Now, you do need a breakout in this business to be successful with product launches. And warning, my way of breaking out was not easy, okay? I did get a little bit lucky here. Now, my story, and this is very short, guys, I created a simple product. I tried to get people to promote it. I mimicked what other people were doing, just copying what they were doing and modeling them. But I was hopeless at the time. I didn't have friends. People wouldn't return my messages. And by friends, I mean people that are willing to promote my launches, connections, so to speak. So what I did is I created a YouTube video. And that video was called $350 per day sending emails, and it sold my product for me. Now, my first product, because I had a YouTube channel, for many years, and I never really promoted anything to them, that $81,000 that I generated to my first product came almost entirely from my YouTube channel, okay? Now, I know a lot of people think, well, that's too hard, Brendan. I don't want to have to promote a launch all by myself. Well, there are 3 easier ways, okay? Now, the second way, you're going to see Glenn Koski here. I'm going to tell you about his story and his breakout, how he became really successful here. You can see is the second best-selling product on all of Warrior Plus, right behind 0 Workdays, which is the best-selling product of all time on Warrior Plus. And Glenn paid $10,000 to be on that launch, okay? That second best-selling product of all time, he paid $10,000 to be on that launch, and he didn't pay to make any money off of the launch. He didn't get any profit from the launch. All he paid for was to get his name on the sales page, okay, and to be able to get the buyer emails. Now, he did not get any of the launch product, like I said, but Glenn, because of that first launch, now makes over $70,000 per month on average. He has launches that are even bigger than mine, okay, because this game is largely a momentum game. Once you have that first breakout, it becomes way easier to make money after you have your first one. Your first one is the most difficult and challenging thing. Now, this slide actually makes a lot of sense because I know Glenn and I know that he loves money. So I put some money bags there for him. But you're probably thinking too costly, right? You don't want to have $10,000 that you can just drop on putting your name on a sales page. And you might be wondering at this point, Brendan, are you going to try and get $10,000 from me to put on a sales page? No, I do not even sell this anyways. So this is not a service that I provide, but it is an option. It is an idea. It is something that worked for Glenn, but it is expensive and too costly for most of us. Here's the other way that's definitely very possible for you, okay? You can make new sales by making new friends. Now, how do you make new friends? Generally, you make new friends by promoting and selling for them. So you can see on these 2 leaderboards, I just picked 2 random ones. You can see my name on the 6th place and the 3rd place. These are me promoting other people. Now, the people that I promoted on both of these leaderboards ended up promoting me back and making me sales on my next launches, okay? Now, if you can take a look at 4 of my best promotions that I ever did, and you can see Matthew Neer, Anthony Mancuso, that GK Marketing is Glenn Koski, and Jason Fulton. All of these guys have promoted me back and delivered sales to my launches. Okay, so people that you promote are going to end up promoting you back. Okay, but again, I'm going to have people that are going to say, well, Brendan, that's too hard, right? To deliver a bunch of sales before your breakout, that's what you need the breakout for. So you have the emails that you can use to make tons of sales, right? There is another option, okay, and that's schmoozing. Now, if you take a look at this picture right here, you can see the most animated guy just in the left middle there. He's got his mouth wide open. We're going to be talking about him in a second, but this is a marketing live event, okay? Now, this guy's name is Dimitris DePapa, and he's amazing at schmoozing, okay? He goes to live events, he connects with people, and he gets on good terms with other marketers, right? Now, a big reason why Dimitris DePapa has big launches now is because of this schmoozing, because of these connections that he makes at these live events. Now, that's doable, right? There's probably a live event that comes around your area every once in a while. I don't know, they're in the States, they're in Europe, there are some in Southeast Asia as well. Probably one near you that you can go to. And this is a strategy that will work for some of us. But if you're like me and you don't really like relying on other people, kind of a loner that way, you don't really go to live events just to make connections, you go to live events to get drunk. That's what I do. Would you like to know the easiest way to make money with this? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you want to know the easiest way to make money. So we got a 111. Red Zoa Hassan has a ton of ones. He's really excited. We got 1111, 111, tons of ones. Mark's got a bunch of ones. Darian's got a bunch of ones. Mark has a bunch of ones again. 1111, tons and tons of ones. Jason has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. 1111, tons and tons of ones here. Awesome. Okay, so I do have the right crowd. You guys are interested. Now, the easiest way, something called Project Profit Academy. Okay. Now, with Project Profit Academy, I'm going to force you to make money. Okay. I will show you exactly what to do, but that's not the end of it. I will actually promote you and force you to make money. Okay. I will get my friends to promote you too. This is something I'll be talking about later. You will make $24,000 in the next 3 months for people that join Project Profit Academy. And that's 100% a guarantee. Okay. But we're running out of time here, and this workshop is mainly about providing you value. So I'm going to give you the last part of the equation here, which is the execution. You do need to have an actual product, and that's way easier than you think, okay? And the reason for that is because you can't copyright an idea, right? So what you can do is you can find a course that you like for $13 or $15 or whatever. You can take that course, implement what you learned from the course, get even just a little bit of results, make $100 in a day or something like that, right? Now you can recreate your own course that is largely modeled off of that product. And there's nothing wrong with that, because you can't copyright an idea. As long as you call it something different, you brand it as something different, you're completely within your rights to do that. There's no problems with it whatsoever. It's very, very easy to do. And the people that showed you the course in the first place, it wasn't their first idea either, because everybody in this industry, every idea has been done already and make money online, right? So 3 steps. This is how you create a product. You find a good product, you implement it, get some results, create a similar course, and boom, you're done, okay? Now you've created yourself the 0 to hero story, which people absolutely love, okay? There's generally 2 sales angles that work really well. One sales angle is, look at how much money I made. I made $100,000 last month. I'm making thousands of dollars every day, which is kind of the sales angle that I have to resort to now, because that's the story that makes most sense with my reality. But then there's the other sales angle of, hey, I'm just a regular dad and I tried this method and I made a few bucks from it. And if it can work for me, it can work for you too. I don't have any crazy skills. That sales angle is actually even more profitable. And that's entirely what you're entitled to use in this, okay? Now, examples of courses that you could create. There are tons of them. You can create a course on YouTube SEO, on niche sites, on arbitrage, on Facebook, Etsy, funnel building, agency selling, flipping domains. There's a million different things that you can build a site on, product on. And actually, after the call, if you want to talk to me, there's actually a website that lists, hundreds of different ideas for you. Now, this is easier than you think, way easier, okay? Just do it. You can do it. I did it. Anybody can do this. I put it off, a limiting belief in my head for so long that it wasn't possible, and I just went out and did it, and I did it in like 3 hours. Okay, it's not that hard. Now, how do you sell your product once you have it? It's really a game about two things. Okay, objections and orgasms. And I don't want to offend anybody on here, but this is my best way of understanding how to make these launches convert. You want to get your people excited about, your product, while also not turning them off at the same time. And later, I'm going to be giving away $100 in cash prizes on this call, so definitely pay attention here, because what I'm going to share with you now is going to be relevant to that cash contest. So the orgasms will be like making money, fast results, and easy, right? Fast results is saying something like, we've seen people get results with this in their first week, okay? Easy as anyone can do this. All you need is a connection to the internet. Other orgasm examples equal premium, different, curiosity. Curiosity is like, this method is unlike anything you've seen before. You're instantly thinking, well, what is it like then? So it creates that curiosity. Different. Have you tried other methods that got you nowhere? This method is different. You want to differentiate your product from other products that people have seen before. Now let's talk about the objections, okay? This is what doesn't work for product launches. It turns people off, okay? Now the objections are work, rehash, or any kind of requirements. So work could be to build a super responsive list from scratch. List building equals work, okay? It's kind of a subtle objection. If you read that headline, you wouldn't say like, you wouldn't say there's something wrong with that. But if you actually did a further investigation, you'd see, okay, list building equals work, and from scratch means that nothing is already done for me. So that sucks. Now this guy's name is Andy Brocklehurst, and he created a Facebook post about me and how my product was too hypey, and he was actually pretty mean in trying to destroy me and destroy my business, okay? So I'm going to be kind of mean to Andy in this call today, but I promise you, this guy was mean to me first, I promise you, okay? Now, if you take a look, these are some of Andy Brocklehurst's product launches, and you can see 3 of them here, and the average visitor value that he has here is about 50 cents. So you can see build a super responsive list from scratch, impossible to ignore angles, and lead magnet creation made easy, okay? This is like an average visitor value of 50 cents. Now you take a look at the clones, and it had an average visitor value of $3.59. They're not even close. Oh, sorry, Andy, but your launch had objections, and that's why it didn't convert and it didn't really make any sales, okay? Now, you're not going to see my launch talk about list building. You can see the clones right here, which is essentially a list building product. These are done for you email campaigns that I was selling to people, right? But nowhere did I say that it was about list building. The clones is done for you campaigns, okay? Now, you never want to lie about anything, right? That's just not ethical and it's not right. But there's no reasons to bring up objections when you don't have to. And I think of this like a first date. If you're on a first date with somebody, you don't tell them that you fart too much and that you live with your mom, right? You're going to tell somebody on a first date the good, attractive qualities about you. And the same thing happens with launches. So on the clones, I talked about everything is done for you. You don't need to do any videos. No website is needed. Get money instantly in your accounts. This is 100% newbie friendly. So I was bringing up the things that are going to be attractive to people, not bringing up the things that are going to turn them off. Now, other objections: boring, slow results, no benefits. Now, example headline here is how to build a monetized niche website from scratch. Again, this is a total conversion killer. First of all, we're saying how to build. Build immediately indicates work, which people hate. Niche site, okay? From scratch, nothing is done. Again, this is a horrible headline. It's boring. There's no money, there's no women, there's no travel, there's no excitement, there's no benefits here, right? There's nothing to get anybody excited about this at all. And sorry, Andy, that's another Andy Brocklehurst sales headline there. But how about we improve this for him and help him out, okay? What if we called this instead simple money magnets that make me $200 per day? It's the same thing as saying build a niche website that makes me money or whatever. He didn't even have the money in there. But if we said build niche websites that make us money, why don't we just say simple money magnets that make me money? Money magnets is the same as websites. It's just said in a more curious and exciting way, okay? There's the money. Now, we could also say something like this: set it once and get paid whatever the amount is per day that you're generating from these websites. So set it up once, get paid $57 per day on autopilot. Because generally when you're creating a website, you're creating a passive income. Why not play on that benefit? My 2 headlines that I shared with you there will convert 1,000 times better than, and obviously that's an exaggeration, they convert 10 times better than Andy's titles, right? They're way more sexy. Now, really, there are 2 main orgasms. The first one is to eliminate all objections. And the reason for that is because people like to buy. If you come from the perspective that people want to buy your stuff, it's going to make this so much easier for you. And the reason for that is because people get a dopamine rush when they make a purchase. So they want to buy, you just don't want to give them a reason not to do it. And the second ultimate orgasm is curiosity, okay? Now, often I will tell people that the method is what the method is not about. But I will rarely say what exactly the method is, okay? Why is that, okay? It's because it creates curiosity, and it even eliminates objections in the process. So some good knots that you can do as an example is tell people this has nothing to do with creating videos. You don't need to build websites to do this. You don't need any paid traffic to make money with this. Now, what happens when you do not show your hand, okay? You're creating what's known as an open loop. You're giving somebody incomplete information, right? Now, TV shows do this all the time. Shows like Lost and really most major televisions out there. They'll have a crazy moment that happens at the end of their episode, and then they'll cut to the credits, and they'll say, hey, if you want to figure out what happens, tune into the show next week. Well, what that TV show has done is a very clever marketing strategy. And I know when people watch TV, they don't think of marketing like I do. A lot of the time I can't help myself. But what they're doing there is marketing. They're forcing you to have to come back to close that open loop. And therefore, they're getting more business or they're getting more views from you. Now, curiosity with low ticket info products really works well because it's only a few bucks and a lot of people are going to buy just to figure out what you're even talking about. Now, I did this well on a recent product I did called the Banger Method, where I said a simple twist on an easy method that makes a certain amount per month. You can see Banger Method did over $80,000. And the headline was simple twist of an easy method, right? It brings up a couple open loops and some questions here. First of all, what's the twist? Second of all, what's the easy method? Okay. Curiosity, and then a lot of people are going to buy to solve those open loops. Now let's play a game here, okay? Which launch is better? You can see here Printly on the left, 5-figure freedom on the right. Printly, you know, I have to remove this to see here. Printly had a more premium feel to it. It talked about making money, but in a more believable way. Talked about easy, fast results, weird. All you need is an internet connection. It talked about being very different, which is an attractive sales headline, and anonymous. Anonymous is one of the main sales headlines that people totally miss out on. That is, sells really well. People love to be anonymous, okay? Now, on the other hand, we have 5-figure freedom, which was about fast results. That was the one thing good that it did as well. It talked about being easy, and it had a cash-like angle here, but it wasn't very believable. So clearly, Printly is the winner here. And you can see that in the conversions. Printly did over 6 times as many sales as 5-figure freedom did. Now, the ultimate orgasm here is eliminating all the objections. Which of these products looks more premium? On the left, you have 5-figure freedom. On the right, you have Printly. You can clearly see the difference here. 5-figure freedom looks like a make money online product that was created 3 or 4 years ago, and people have seen many, many times over. Printly looks like a professional product, very premium and clean cut, right? It's very obvious here which one is better. Okay. Now, comment below. Good responses qualify for the $100 prizes. Which one looks more premium there? Okay. So we can see Printly, 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 Printly. You guys, I kind of already made a mistake and went ahead and gave you guys the answer, but you guys are spot on. It is Printly. Perfect. Okay. So yeah, Printly was the more premium of those options. Now the truth is it only takes one objection to kill an entire product launch and totally destroy your conversions. Okay, you can ruin a launch with just one objection. Now, the most common objection is looking like a scam, something that people do all the time without realizing how important it is. But other objections happen too, and they are very subtle. Okay, so let's play a game. Can you spot the objections? Winner of these contests is going to win $100 in cash. So this is where you can win some real money on this call today. We only have about 88 people in here today. It's a smaller house, so you do have a realistic shot of winning this money right now. Okay, seriously, guys, I will be PayPaling a couple $100 here. So the first product is called Snaply. Okay, very important you remember the name here. It's created by Art Flair, right? And so it's called Snaply, and it's product launch that he did that generated a little over 500 sales. Typically, Art Flair does about 2,000 sales. So this product really did not convert for him. If you take a look at the page, you can see the headline here, Who Wants to Profit by Tomorrow? Case study reveals $214 in 24 hours with a never before used 100% free traffic strategy and zero experience. Now I want you to comment right now, what is the main objection here that killed this launch? Okay, so we have okay, on the difference in sales angles. So Mark says, great info on the difference in successful angles, and Andy Brockhurst is a dick. Yeah, he's not a nice guy. I don't know why people, he's not the nicest of guys. Too many colors. So Al says too many colors, and we have profit by tomorrow says red. Yoshi says case study. So you'd have to explain to me what the problem with the case study is there, Yoshi. You got strategy. I'm not really sure there. Too many words, Ann says. Wild claim. I don't think it's that crazy. 214 in 24 hours. I mean, it doesn't seem crazy to me, but no hook. It's an interesting idea. Unbelievable cash amount. A lot of you guys are on the same page about the cash amount. I just don't think that, I mean, I do bigger amounts of cash on my launches, and I'm used to people making a lot more money, and especially people that get into my academy and stuff, they make tons of money. So this is not really an unbelievable amount of cash, depending on your perspective. No scarcity, scammy. Simon, I'm going to give you an honorable mention there. I think it does look a little bit scammy. I would agree with you there, but that's not the main objection here. I'm going to give you guys a hint in a second here. The product name is Snaply. Now, the product name does matter for this objection. The product is called Snaply. Michael says, who cares? I think, Michael, if you want to create a successful product launch, then you have to know this, because if you don't, you're just wasting your time. You're going to waste a ton of money. If you know how to create a product launch, you can make over $100,000 in the last 30 days like I did. And if you don't know how to make a product launch, you're not going to make any money, and you're probably going to lose money if you try and do this. So if that's an answer for who cares, hopefully that helps you out. Lori says, comma in wrong place. Actually, in Europe, they do the comma instead of the period. And I actually know artists from Europe, so that's why I did the comma there. But I think people would still know that means $214. Case study, worked in so many hours required. I don't see how many hours required part of it, but I don't think that's, it does still have a kind of a fast cash idea there. Looks poor, I kind of half agree with that. Sounds too good to be true with the weird colors. It does sound a little bit too good to be true, but these are all sales angles that have worked on other products. So on other products that I've released and other people have released, where they said a never before used method with 100% free traffic and zero experience, this is a sales headline that you've probably seen a million times before, and it has worked in the past. So it's nothing to do with that, because that has worked. Not professional design. Also make money with. So let's see. I think so. Remember, guys, we got lots of guesses in here. This is about Snaply. And I have a guy named Levi here that says, does it have to do with Snapchat? Snaply, Snapchat. Okay, Levi, you 100% hit the nail on the head here. So I'm going to send Levi $100 in cash, but don't worry, guys. We're going to have another contest here starting pretty quickly here. This product is called Snaply, okay? All the sales headlines and angles on this page are very similar to other ones you've seen before on launches that do convert. Case study reveals how to make this much money in this much time, never before seen, 100% free traffic, zero experience needed. This is all stuff that we've seen before and it works, okay? The problem with this product launch and the one objection that killed the whole launch is because it's called Snaply and a lot of people are going to assume that it's about Snapchat. Now Snapchat equals work, and the worst kind of work. It involves work that uses creating videos, and something that a lot of people, a huge amount of the demographic, a lot of people know about Snapchat, but they don't really know about how to use Snapchat. They're not familiar with it unless you're in your 20s right now. I don't even know Snapchat and I'm 30. I don't really even know how to use it or what it's about. So really, there was no reason for this product launch not to convert. The only reason it didn't was because the title gave away what the product was about, which it was about Snapchat, and people did not want to do work and they did not want to do video. And it removes the curiosity too, because people already know beforehand this is probably about Snapchat. They have less of an open loop to try and figure out what this method is. Now we have a second product here called Stealth Commissions. You can see here, I don't know if you've learned about EPCs before, but there's a column there that says EPC, and you can see that Stealth Commissions did 67 cents EPC on the front end, and then $1.46 EPC on the funnel. Now, this is a product by Ben Martin, and Ben Martin usually gets pretty decent conversions, but on this launch, he got horrible EPCs, right? And I actually created a YouTube video where I talked about this, which gives somebody on here probably a little bit of an advantage, right? Stealth Commissions had horrible conversions on a vendor, Ben Martin, that normally gets amazing conversions. Now I want you to ignore the video there because there is going to be a sales video coming on there. It's not because of the video that this doesn't convert. It says exposed the stealth method, which gives you a proven passive and automated system for profiting on YouTube within your first 24 hours. Now you can get easy PayPal commissions on demand without experience, email, websites, or paid traffic, and be a super affiliate. Crushes leaderboards every single day. What was the problem with this one? Okay, you got lots. Okay, let's see. So, okay, let's see the first one because I think you guys are going to get this one right away. I'm just looking for the first one. And we have Yoshi Tamiya. Yoshi Tamiya, he said immediately, the first one on here said YouTube as a major objection. But we also had Greg Wheeler right after that said YouTube. Michael said YouTube equals work right away. Joan Robbins said YouTube is too much work. David said YouTube. People don't like making videos. Revealed YouTube. Louis said YouTube. Crush leaderboards seems far-fetched. Good guess there, David, and a lot of people are put off by leaderboards, so I'd give that a minor one. You have to make a video, said Michael. YouTube equals work, said Max. So Mark, YouTube, people had to make videos, said Mark. So, wow, David, YouTube again. So on how to make videos, Ferial said. Wow, so basically we had a ton of people in here that got it right away, which means that my training here did help you guys. You can see that, when you're creating these product launches, the people like to buy. So you can create a successful product launch easily. Anybody that's watching this call right now could easily create a successful product launch and make thousands upon thousands upon thousands of dollars. But the one thing that stops people and where they screw it up most often is they have some kind of objection. And the two examples that I showed you today, these are from professional product launchers. These are people that know what they're doing and they still had objections on their sales pages, okay? So it can happen to anybody. And if you're just starting out, people do it without even realizing how big of a deal it is, right? So very important that you're watching this video because I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do here, right? So YouTube is the main objection here. YouTube equals work. And if you guys don't believe me that the YouTube was the reason why this didn't convert, take a look at the new sales page for the exact same product. So after the launch, or near the end of the launch, Ben Martin actually changed his sales page. This is not a different product. This is the exact same product, but because it was converting poorly, he recreated the sales page. Now you're going to notice on the new sales page that at no point anywhere does it say anything about YouTube. And because he removed YouTube, this product actually started converting way better. Now, a big question that people have at this point is, how do I complete all the launch tasks? Now, remember, I'm really lazy. I'm on the beach and relaxing most of the time. I don't really put in work into the launch tasks. I basically outsource everything. Copy and design cost me $1,000, which sounds maybe expensive, but for $1,000, with one of these product launches, I can make over $100,000. So $1,000 compared to the $100,000 that I make is really not that much money. It's pretty cheap. And this reminds me of a very popular meme that you've probably heard before, and it involves like a boss that drives his car to work, and all the employers and the employees say, "Wow, that's such a crazy car." And the boss says, "Well, if you work really hard, you put your head down, you stay very dedicated, I'll buy another one next year." Now, I think that's kind of a funny joke, and it's really telling of how you should want to run your business. You want to be the person in control of the decisions and hiring people to do the service work for you. That's where you're going to have the biggest amount of progress, when you're going to make the most amount of money, is when you are in the manager situation. Okay, the secret here is to work smarter and not harder. So what have we covered today? We've covered the why, we've covered the breakout, and we've covered the execution. It's shown you how I've generated over $1 million in revenue in about a year and a half, how I made over $100,000 in profit over the last 30 days. But the thing is, okay, leaving you on your own to figure this out really has two likely possibilities. The first possibility is that you figure this all out the way I did, but it does take you years most of the time. Or number two, you never figure this out and your life stays the exact same that it is right now. Well, what if I showed you everything, okay? How to position the upsells, how to attract the JV partners, how to easily make $24,000 or more, okay, in the next 60 days, just by following the simple steps. Would that help you? Give me a 1 in the chat box if that would help you. So we got 111, tons of ones coming in here. Lori has a bunch of ones. She's excited. Mark has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. We got 111. Red's got a bunch of ones. He's excited. Joan has a bunch of ones. Ann has a bunch of ones. David has a bunch of ones. 111, tons and tons of ones coming in here. Levi has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. Justine has a bunch of ones. Mark has a bunch of ones. Jesse has a bunch of ones. Awesome. Okay. Michael says, okay, we're engaged. Give it to us. Well, do I guarantee that this will work for you? Because I'm 100% confident that you will make money by joining today, okay? I'm going to give you this unprecedented guarantee. You will make at least $24,000 in the first 3 months of being a member with us. Now, when you follow the simple steps, you will make $24,000 in the next 60 days, guaranteed, okay? Now, I know a lot of you guys, wow, that sounds exciting, mind blown, right? But it gets better. What if it didn't stop there? How can I really promise $24,000 in 60 days? Well, what I'm about to show you makes $24,000 conservative, okay? I have an ace up my sleeve here. What if I did not just show you how to do this, I forced you to make money by actually doing the hard part for you? When you join today on this call, I'm going to force your breakout, okay? The breakout is the most important part of doing this and making money, because if you can't get your breakout, you're never going to make money with this. You need that first breakout, and that first breakout's really hard. That's the reason why most people fail. I'm going to force you to have that breakout and personally ensure that your first launch is a major, massive success. Okay, I did this with Anthony Mancuso. He actually has a review video of me out on Project Profit Academy. You can find that on Google. But I promoted his launch. I attracted JVs to join. And remember, the majority of the profit is actually on the back end. I did the back end for him where the real money is. And I sent 300 sales directly myself. Okay, his launch ended up doing about 1,500 sales, which is insane for a first ever product launch. You can see he has one Deal of the Day award, which is because it was his first product and he did a massive amount of sales, right? So he did over 1,500 units. He made over $30,000 in profit, and he gained 1,500 buyer leads because I forced him to success with the Project Profit Academy system. Okay. Shaheen Dastani made over $30,000 from his first launch ever. Brandon Pierce made over $40,000 from his first ever breakout launch. And Ike Paz made over $70,000 from his first ever breakout launch. Okay. Now I will promote your product for you once it's created, and I will get my friends to promote it too. That is absolutely crucial. If you don't have people to promote your product, you're not going to have a successful product. Your success of the product comes down to getting other people to promote it for you, and I'm going to make that happen for you. Now, this makes $24,000 in 60 days easy. It makes $24,000 in 30 days easy. I'm going to force you to make money in the next 30 days. Okay. Now, do you want to partner with me? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you would like to partner with me. So we have a bunch of ones here. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, tons of ones. Max has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. Mark has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. Dean has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. Red has a bunch of ones. 1, 1, 1, tons and tons of ones coming in here, guys. 1, 1, 1, tons and tons of ones coming in here. Awesome. Anna has a bunch of ones. She's really excited. Greg has a bunch of ones. He's really excited. Tons and tons of ones. Awesome. Now, I know that you guys are not stupid, and you know that this is not going to be free. Of course, I'm not going to promote your launch for you, get other people to promote it, give you all the information that you need to know to make this work and make over $24,000 and be able to afford my time to give this away to everyone. It's just not possible. This is for people that seriously want to make money in the next 30 days. Now, you can opt out of this program and you can work at, your day job, what you're doing now, and have things go the same way that they've been going, or you have another option, because let's be real here, you do have other options. You could do this all by yourself, right? And maybe your first launch ever without my help and without me promoting it and get people to promote it for you, telling you what to do, you might make a couple $100, or you might lose a bit of money, but gain momentum, getting your first launch out there. And that's going to happen for some people that decide to do it by themselves. They can slowly start getting good results here, right? I don't know what your first launch would be like, but maybe you could start slowly making progress, right? What I do know is that doing it by yourself will not be easy. Now, if you were going to start from scratch with no audience, no connections, no experience, you would learn a lot over the next year, okay? And eventually you could get there if you stayed persistent, right? Now, maybe you would eventually figure this out. I don't know. But I had my breakout because of YouTube. Remember, I have over 50,000 YouTube subscribers. That took me years to build, okay? What I'm about to show you here is easy. It's guaranteed. I will show you everything, but more importantly, I will do the hard part for you and promote it myself and get my friends on board. Now, what you're gonna get here is my promotion, which is gonna be 100 to 300 sales to your product launch, which is easily worth about $3,000, maybe even more than that. JV recruitment, which means I'm going to get other people to promote it for you, which is probably the most important part of any product launch. Easily is worth $25,000 because your success of the launch is going to depend on that. Advanced training, which is everything I know, showing you exactly how to execute everything. 6-figure Rolodex, which is our entire team here to support you. Monthly Q&A webinars where I get on once a month to help people tweak and build their businesses. And a partnership deal where I basically give you that forced breakout, okay? That's where I'm basically going to partner with you and make sure that you have a first success with your first product launch. An overall value of $57,000. Bonus number 1, you get a 60-minute consultation with me. This is for the first 30 people that buy today. Bonus number 2, you get a template of the clones, one of my best-selling products ever. I'm going to give you the full-on funnel, okay? The full-on funnel, which means that you just enter in this code and it spits you out my entire sales funnel that you can edit and tweak for your own product launch. So instead of having to start from scratch, or instead of having to hire the copy or something done, you can work off of a working version, edit it, and create your first product. Now, who's this going to work for? It's going to work for the newbie because everything's done for you. Well, not everything is done for you here. Everything is shown to you, and then I'm going to do the hard part for you. Or the intermediate, because you've either been struggling. This is Guys, I apologize. This is actually from a different workshop presentation that I have here, but this is for the newbie and the intermediate. Ignore the descriptions there. If you're just getting started or you're trying to make money, but you haven't really been able to get very much traction, this is exactly what you can use to make, over $24,000 in the next 30 days, because I'm actually going to force you to get results with this. Now, what you're going to get here is my promotion for 100 to 300 sales, JV recruitment to my friends, everything that I know, our whole team here behind you, no selling answers, forced breakout, 60-minute consultation with me, best-selling launch template, overall value of over $60,000. And think about this. When you make $24,000 in the next 3 months, like we guarantee, would Project Profit Academy be worth a one-time payment of $10,000? Okay. It would definitely be worth that, because even if you invest $10,000, you'd still over double your money in the first 3 months. And as I was saying before, once you have your first breakout, it becomes stupidly easy to make money. Like Glenn, who paid $10,000 just to get his name on a sales page and collect the buyer leads, so that the next time he created the product himself, he would actually be known in the space. He would actually, now he can create product launch to make over $70,000 per month because he had that first breakout already. So once you have your first big success, later success becomes super easy, right? And you can build a $10,000 per month income stream in the process just from the buyer leads that you're getting from this launch. $3,000 one-time investment, would that be worth it? $3,000 is the deal of a lifetime here. Many people have paid more than that just to learn from my coaching program. But here, when you buy today on the live call, you're also getting my commitment to force your breakout. You will make at least $24,000 from this, plus you'll be able to leverage this easily to over 6 figures. So if you actually carry on with the momentum here, you could easily turn this into over $100,000 profit easily, okay? This is the best deal that I can give to anybody, and I'm going to give it to you on this live call right now. I will give you $1,000 in return for you giving me a testimonial when you make your first $1,000 in profit. Now, because I know that you're going to make money with this, okay, but you might want to keep the results to yourself, and because I love success stories, I'm willing to give you $1,000, okay, right now, in exchange for your testimonial when you make your first $1,000 in sales, okay, $1,000 in profit. Give me a testimonial about it, and I will give you $1,000 right now in advance of that. Now, if you're going to go to loan here, you would likely spend way more than $19.97. Whether you could figure this out on your own is questionable. Here we show you everything, and when you follow the simple steps, you will make $24,000, or my team and I will work personally with you until you do. Now, you can see why this is a good deal at $10,000. But because you're a member of my tribe, you can get started today for $19.97. Now, this is a live video, which means you cannot click that link. To go over here and get into Project Profit Academy, you need to open up a new tab in your web browser and type in fastway100k.com. Okay, fastway100k.com. And as a third bonus, I'm going to give you templates to all of my bestseller launches. I have 14 best-selling product launches, okay? Each of these templates is easily worth $2,000 because it means you don't have to start from scratch. You can take a proven high-converting launch and just edit it and tweak it to your own needs. It's going to give you a huge head start and make you be able to make money with this very easily. This is worth $27,958, and how did I come up with that number? Well, I times the amount of best-selling product launches that I have by $2,000, and these templates each are easily worth $2,000 because all the upsells, all the upgrades, the main front-end videos, everything is already there for you that you can just tweak and edit for your own personal use. This bonus is only available for the first 10 people only, okay? So get started now for just $19.97 at fastway100k.com. Now, you really have two choices here. You can do nothing and not take this leap of faith, which is 100% risk-free, or you can do the second option and pony up this small investment today compared to all the value that you're getting here and give this a shot. Now, when this works, great. If not, our team is going to actually work with you and force you to make money with this. The real question is it worth gambling a few minutes of your time to check this out, which if it does even half of what I'm claiming here, will easily pay for itself. Now here's the tale of two stories. On the left, you have a guy that's not paying attention right now. He's on Facebook, he's on his cell phone. He's not paying attention. He's gonna miss out on Project Profit Academy and the opportunity to partner with me. On the right, you have Ace and Rich, who are making over $50,000 per month because they got inside of Project Profit Academy, okay? Now let me show you exactly what to do. Go to fastway100k.com and I will show you how to generate $24,000 in the shortest period of time possible and then leverage that to making over 6 figures easily. Now what you're gonna get here is my promotion guaranteed, 100 to 300 sales, JB recruitment, advanced training, 6-figure Rolodex, our entire team here to support you, no selling answers, forced breakout, 60-minute consultation with me, my best-selling launch template, overall value of $60,000, but today only, you get templates to all of my 14 best-selling product launches of all time. Now, if you didn't sign up immediately for this, you're either worried that this won't work, and that's why we have the $24,000 guarantee, or you're worried that this is too expensive. Now, what I can tell you about expenses, I went to university. I know that education can often be expensive, but it can often be even more expensive to not make money with something had you got into it. So you got to think of, this is known as opportunity cost. So for the people that buy into Project Profit Academy, like Anthony or Ike or Shaheen or Brandon, all those people that ended up making tens of thousands of dollars because they got in here, if you ask them whether 1997 was expensive, they would call you crazy, because a lot of those guys, not only did they make tens of thousands of dollars, but they're making, you know, tens of thousands of dollars per month now because they leveraged their first breakout to massive success. So oftentimes the cost of missing out is way more expensive. Now, I'm nothing special here, guys. I don't like selling. I don't have any tech skills. I didn't go to business school, but I can still make over $100,000 a month because of these launches. Okay. Now, what you're going to get here with that third bonus is an overall value of $88,000. The first 10 people are going to get all the templates to all of my best-selling product launches ever. So there's 14 of them, which is a $27,000 value. And you can get started now for $19.97 at fastway100k.com. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, guys, this offer is only available until the end of the call here today. Like I said at the beginning of the call, I did not create this call to sell this product. I think some people that are ready to take this seriously are going to buy into it today, and they're going to get really big results, you know, in the next 30 days, which is great. But I hope that everybody on the call here today, regardless, had a great time, great experience. I showed you exactly what works and what doesn't work. Hopefully we had some fun. The people that I owe cash prizes to, I'm going to get that to them after the call here today. But if you have a question about Project Profit Academy, now is your chance, because as soon as I finish this question and answer period, I'm going to be closing down this offer. I'm going to be closing down the live action bonuses, and you're no longer going to be able to get the $1,000 discount or the live action bonuses, okay? Okay, so Ferial says, geez, Brendan, we need to chat about my breakout. I love to create breakouts for people, so I'm excited about that. Okay, so David said he's already in to Project Profit Academy already, and he's really excited about it. Awesome. Greg says this is well worth the money. I know this for a fact. I agree. Okay, so Michael says, okay, tell me you're going to guarantee that I will get off my ass. I am screwing with you, but maybe we can talk after you're done. I'm doing $500,000 in sales right now for a client, and we are only selling in India. Let's talk about a few clients, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, definitely talk to me after the call, Michael. We can talk about that. So Yoshi says, excellent webinar workshop, Brendan. Do I get the cash prize? You do, Yoshi. Don't worry. I will get that to you after the call here today. So Christopher says, do you think if doing everything I can make 100,000 a month? And then he changed it to 10K a month. Yes, Chris, you could easily make 10K a month. You can talk to any of the people that I had in the workshop there today, among many others that I've done this with. All of them that I can think of are making over $10,000 per month. because they leverage the success from their first breakout. And once you have that first breakout, you have these buyer leads, people that bought from you. And now they're going to, if they like you and they trust you, which they should, then they're going to buy from you forever in the future, which means you now have a sustainable income stream because you created this one breakout. Okay. Robert says this is great info and an opportunity. Awesome. So Y Kit Chong says, will nationality matter? I am Chinese. I do not see any Asian have product launch or see any success story. Good question. I actually don't think that nationality matters at all, as long as you know how to speak English. I have connections with English speaking people. So as long as you can speak good English, then it shouldn't be a problem at all. However, if you were a different ethnicity and you didn't have English as a first language, and your main first language was Chinese, then I don't know the Chinese market that well. I don't have connections with Chinese people. So as long as you can speak English, there's no reason why you can't do this. Okay. So Yoshi says Jimmy Kim and Fred Lam are Asian and they are millionaires who make money online. That's very true, actually. Okay, so we have lots of responses here. I see a couple people did join in here today, so that means we have, looks like 3 people have bought so far, so there's 7 spots left just to get the bonuses here. Okay, so somebody, Chris says, okay, thanks, I didn't know if it would decline after, say, 6 months. Actually, it should increase, because once you have, inside of Project Profit Academy, I'm going to show you how to scale that to even more money. Okay, so I'm even partnering with Jono Armstrong. He's going to be inside Project Profit Academy, and he's going to show you how he multiplies his results very easily with all the buyers that he gets or whatever. And Jono has a small email list, and he gets more sales than anybody else in this industry. And so he's doing really clever stuff with the leads that he does get. So he's going to show you in Project Profit Academy how to not make less money over time, but how to make more money over time. So you make $24,000 to start with, and then you turn it into a significant income stream after that. John is wondering about the monthly mastermind. We're going to have one very quickly there, John. So don't worry about that. So Jason wants to know, is it all video training? No, Project Profit Academy has a ton of stuff in it. I don't really want to complicate this, because the main reason why people are going to get in on this call, because this was a training about how to do product launches, get a breakout, and make a big amount of money in a short period of time. I made the pitch mainly about what I can do for you if you buy in this call today, by basically forcing my promotion on your product, getting other people to promote it, basically forcing your breakout, right? There is other stuff involved in Project Profit Academy, including a profit funnel that you can send traffic to, make $1,000 commissions on autopilot, including many other things, including the Rolodex of the entire team that we use. There's a bunch of stuff in Project Profit Academy that's designed to make you a bunch of money. There's also stuff that after you do your first product launch that you can use to scale up to 6 figures per month pretty easily, okay? Including like this workshop, webinar promote layers. There's stuff that ranges from beginner to intermediate to advanced. The launch is something that anybody can do and make a good amount of money with, and then make a good consistent passive income with afterwards. But there's also going to be advanced information in there as well. And even like this workshop right now, I can show you how to do that inside of Project Profit Academy and make money with how I'm making money on this call today. So there's a million things in there. But the guarantee is centered around the product launch, because anybody can do a product launch, anybody can make big money from the product launch, and that's what the guarantee and pitch here is today. If you get this, if you do what I tell you to do, and I promote it for you, I get other people to promote it for you, I force your breakout, you're gonna make over $24,000 conservatively, easily, and then be able to turn that into a really nice, juicy passive income stream. So this is a great option for a lot of people. So Michael says, this is all about you sharing your guys. I'm not gonna give the names of the people, and I'm not basically what I did for Anthony and what I did for all those other guys as well is I promote the product first, okay, and I deliver 100 to 300 sales. Now, because I'm going to show you exactly how to do everything, I can virtually guarantee that your product is going to convert. Now, what I can do then is I can make a Facebook post. I can, send out to my JVs and message them and say, hey, look at this product. It's converting really well. If you don't have anything to mail today, mail this offer because it's going to make you money. It's going to convert. And because people trust me and they know that I generally, when I tell people to promote something, they make a bunch of money, they're going to believe me, and a lot of them are going to promote your product. And that's basically what I'm promising here. I'm going to force you to have a successful product launch. I'm going to promote it myself, and then I'm going to show other people and encourage other people to promote it as well, many of which are going to do that, and it's going to force you to make over 24,000. Okay, so we're going to be ending this call here pretty quickly here today, guys. Honestly, I was just testing this workshop out. I did this workshop in Texas, and as a featured speaker for a Cliff Kerrigan event down in it was San Antonio, and it got a really good reception. People really loved it, and I wanted to create a webinar workshop about it and to give it to my online audience. So that's the main reason why I created this today. I really hope you enjoyed the call. For the people that did buy in here today, don't worry, I'm going to be with you very shortly, and me and my team are going to help you get set up, and I'm going to be a big player in making sure that you can make 6 figures over the next year, okay? So I'm going to be there for you. I'm going to give you my personal Skype and make sure that you do get results with this. Thank you so much for attending today. If you guys like this one, just let me know what you thought of the workshop today. Let me know if you didn't like what you liked about it, what you didn't like. I would love to have your feedback. Remember, I'm still giving away $200 in cash to good responses for people that respond. And ultimately, I did put a lot of work into this presentation and trying to show you kind of in a short period of time some of the important stuff that you need to know if you wanted to create the $100,000 business that I've created for myself. I've showed you a lot of the stuff that I know to do with it. Okay, so Yoshi says definitely learned a good deal, especially regarding the objections. Awesome. So great workshop, different than the last ones that I watched last week, but very good. If you wanted to let me know there, your name's not showing up. If you want to let me know whether you like this workshop better or the other workshop better, I try and give good information on every workshop that I put out. But yeah, David, if you could answer me there and let me know. So Anne says you gave a good training and a lot of great advice. Thank you very much, Anne. So Max said, was great, Brendan, very informative and learned a lot about your personal expertise. Thank you so much for that feedback, Max. So Jason wants to know, what if I do everything in your training and still don't make my money back? The truth is, Jason, if you do everything, you're going to make a ton of money. There's no way you could do everything and not make money. If that was the case, I could continue helping you out and give you your money back. The reality is that if you do the work here, the reality is if you follow the steps, you do them, you're going to make money with this. There's no way you can't, because I know how to make launches convert on demand. I had one flop product, which I talked about at the start of the workshop here today, 5-figure freedom, and I know exactly what I did wrong for it. So I'm not going to make the same mistakes again. And I've partnered with other people and forced them to have really great results as well. So I can pretty much guarantee that I can force you to have success with this. And then I can force you to have even further success by promoting it myself, which is guaranteed that you're going to make a bunch of money because I can sales. And then I can also get other people like Jono and stuff to promote it as well. So there's no way, if you do this, you're going to make a bunch of money. That's just the way that it is. Okay, let's see. Oh, what's going on here? New audio, not right now. I don't know what's happening there. Sorry, guys. David said, I like this workshop better because of the help with the launch. Good stuff, my friends. See you on my first launch, says Greg Wheeler. I think that has huge value. Both our webinars are good, just depends on the person wanting to launch a product or make money with your funnel. Mark says, yeah, great stuff. I'm on the fence. I'm a big fan of you and Jono. That's thanks, man. Thanks for attending the call. You know, if you're on the fence, I would say personally, I mean, to each their own, do it or don't do it. And whether I get, you know, whether you buy it today isn't really going to change my lifestyle because, you know, $2,000, I usually make about $100,000 per month, and that's not to brag. And the truth is, I don't really care about making a ton more money. This is legitimately a project where not only the workshop was a lot of fun for me to create, but I know that I can create a bunch of success stories with this because anybody that follows the steps is going to make a bunch of money. And so this is more of a passion project for me, you know. So we would love to work with you. I'm not going to hard sell you because you can decide for yourself, obviously, and it's not going to change. It's more of a decision for yourself. I do think for yourself, you would benefit extremely if you actually are. It depends if you're serious or not, right? So if somebody, you know, bought into Project Profit Academy and they didn't do anything and didn't follow any of the steps or just ignored what I told them to do, then of course you're not going to get anything from it. But if you do follow the steps here, that's part of the deal here. Is not only am I going to show you everything, I'm also going to force it to work for you. So Al says, thank you for this webinar. I learned a lot. I'm ready to do my launch. I just completed some of the pieces I was missing on the puzzle. You should see my launch on the 28th of June, 2018. That's awesome, Al. I hope if you do want to have a successful launch, then you definitely will want to consider this because I will actually analyze your launch for you and tell you where to tweak it to get the best conversions. So it'll be an easy no-brainer for you. But if not, I wish you all the best success because, you know, you could do this on your own and eventually figure it out. So Ferial is in. Max says you might want to make it clear that people will have to work to make a success of themselves, even with your awesome help. Max, you're 100% right there. I generally think that there's a lot less work than you think that there is because you can outsource everything very cheaply and very easily. And, you know, for people that kind of do all the work, but they don't do the sort of the launch, or they don't have extra money for the design and the copy and stuff. I have done this before where I'll actually buy the design and the copy for you after I see the rest of the pieces in place because I know that you're going to make so much money that you'll easily be able to pay me back. So that's something that I've done before in the past and I'm willing to do again. So when you have everything else outsourced, it really, you know, you really don't have that much to do. That I do one of these launches. It takes me about 2 days per month to do these launches. And so you have 30 days to create one of these launches, and I'm showing you how to do everything and exactly what to do. So yes, there's work involved. It's probably less than people think it is. And if you do the work, you know, you're not going to be able to not do any work with this, but if you do the work, you are going to make money. Chris was wondering, do I have to buy traffic or get free traffic? Good question, Chris. Actually, with this deal today, it has nothing to do with buying traffic or funnels. That's on my other workshop where I talk about creating an affiliate funnel, which is also available inside of Project Profit Academy. I have two main parts. One is for the affiliate side and one is for the vendor side. So on the affiliate side, it's going to show you to make money, and that's where you're going to need to get traffic. With the launch side, you don't need to buy traffic or get free traffic. You just have to list an offer that's converting. So you just have to have an offer out there, and I'm going to show you how to make it convert. And when it converts, I can show people, hey, look at this product, it's converting. Do you have anything to promote today? You may as well hit this. A bunch of people will, and that'll force your first main breakout. So what Kin Chong said, do you have any Asian that joined before? Actually, I don't think, which is kind of strange to me. I don't know why, but I don't think I ever have, and I've had a lot of people join. Red Swan says, can I join within 4 hours time from now? That's possible. We can talk about this at the end of the call here. David says, you have a great heart. I can tell. It's refreshing in the make money online world. I agree with you completely, David. I'm not going to be arrogant and say that I have the biggest heart or I'm the best guy or anything like that, but there is a lot of wolves and sharks in this business, and it's very easy get taken advantage of. And so I completely agree. You do need to pay attention and have a level head and be very careful about who you decide to do business with. So Mark shows the first launch jacking that I did to traffic lays. Awesome. Launch jacking is a good strategy that can make you a few sales for sure. And it's been a sound marketing strategy that people have been used for years, and it does work. So Geronimo is asking, does this require to get on screen in front of the camera? There are easy ways around that. So what you can do is there's a Fiverr guy named Ron Desi, and I actually have a couple others. And in the six-figure Rolodex, I show you all your options of people that you can use that are trustworthy, that you can help build your business. And what Ron Desi does, among other people, is he can do your videos or your voiceover for you, and he's actually very affordable. I think for videos, it's like he charges like $50 per video or something ridiculous. So, you know, for a little bit of a budget, you can get him to do the videos for you, and that would take care of that for you. But if you were gonna, you know, do the product yourself, stuff like that, then yeah, you would have to do your own videos. Okay, so Red wants to know, if I get it 4 hours from now, can I still get all the bonuses, please? My intention was to close this down at the end of the call, but I will talk to you as soon as I finish dealing with all these questions, and then we can get on to that. Michael says that Ron does great videos. I agree with that. His name's Ron Desi, for people that are wondering, and he does have Fiverr services on there. So Max says, wow, Brendan, it's obvious to me that anyone who gets on board Project Profit Academy today is destined for quick success. Definitely an opportunity anybody who can afford should take. Thank you so much for that feedback, Max. What sort of budget is necessary beyond your fee? Well, so the design costs about $500. The copy costs about $500, and that's all the necessary expenses. You're probably going to want to host your product have some kind of sales page or product or whatever, and host it on some kind of platform. And I can show you the ones that I use. I can even give you funnel, like the people that buy in today get actually my templates, so they can use my templates as is, or not as is, but they can use my templates to tweak and edit on their own accounts. So I would say, you know, if you're going to outsource everything, you could outsource everything for $1,100. If you were going to do some of it yourself and outsource some of it, it would be anywhere from $0 to $1,100, and that would be your rest of your fees. Now, a deal that I do make with some people is if they do the work inside of Project Profit Academy, and then they get to the outsourcing part and they don't have the budget for it, I can actually buy the landing, I can buy the copy and I don't do this for everybody, but if you're a special circumstance, you don't have a bunch of extra cash to invest in this, I can buy the copy and I can buy the design for you, because at that point, I know you're going to make money and I know that I'm going to get my money back, so it's not an issue. Okay, guys, so I'm pretty much going to close this call down. I know there was one person that said that they wanted to buy within 4 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the sales page open for 4 hours to let, I'm not really sure your name. I think it's Hassan. I hope I pronounced that correctly. So to allow Hassan to buy in the next 4 hours, and for anyone else, it's going to be open for 4 hours to buy with those bonuses available, okay? Basically, just make sure you get it within that time period, and I will give you what I offered you on the call here today. Thank you guys so much for attending today. I hope you really enjoyed the workshop. I had a lot of fun creating it. And if you have any questions or you need to hit me up, and I'd love to talk to you. So have a great day, guys. Wherever you are in the world, keep smiling, and I will talk to you soon.